the Let's Master English podcast, and I'm your host, Coach Shane. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Let's Master English podcast, episode 98. I'm Coach Shane. Thank you very much for joining me. So what can you look forward to in this podcast? Well, once again, I have 3 short news stories, a fact from Country Shame, today in history, observances and birthdays and shout-outs. That's right. If you left a message for me on Spotify, you're going to hear your name, and hopefully my pronunciation will be okay. Enough chit-chat. Let's get to the news. Disney Plus plans to follow Netflix with a password-sharing crackdown. Disney will begin their crackdown sometime in 2024. Disney Plus has 146 million subscribers worldwide. Wildfires are ravaging Maui. Residents are jumping into the ocean to escape flames. The 911 system is down. Over 14,000 homes and businesses are without power as the fire closes in. And the heat index hit 158 degrees yesterday in Iran. That's 70 degrees Celsius. People are only staying outside for just a few minutes because of the intense heat. There you go, 3 stories. Did you understand all 3 of them? I hope so. Let's make sure you do. So Disney Plus. Do you know what Disney Plus is? Have you heard of Netflix, right? Or like Apple TV. I think that's what it's called, Apple TV, Netflix. This is a subscription service. You can subscribe to it, just like Let's Master English. You can subscribe to it. And they provide TV shows and movies. So I think everybody knows Netflix, right? Disney Plus is another one. So if you like Disney movies, you definitely would want Disney Plus. But I think it was last year, Netflix decided that they had too many people sharing passwords. So for example, I have a Netflix account, and normally only I am supposed to use that account, right? But I give my password to my wife. So now she can also watch Netflix. And then I give my password to my dad. And now he can watch Netflix for free. And then I give it to the neighbor. And now he can watch Netflix for free. So this is sharing passwords, right? And people do this. People absolutely do this. But last year, Netflix said, no more. I think you can share your password with 1 person or 2 people. I have no idea what the restrictions are. But basically, you cannot share your password anymore. Well, evidently, people are doing the same thing with Disney. Disney Plus members are sharing their password. So the story says, Disney Plus plans to follow Netflix, do the same thing as Netflix with a password-sharing crackdown. And what does crackdown mean? It's one word, C-R-A-C-K-D-O-W-N. Crackdown is actually kind of a scary word, yeah. It's when people get serious in order to stop something, okay? So my image, and maybe this will work for you, is, do you know what a whip is? W-H-I-P, right? A whip. And a farmer might have a whip, and he might use the whip to control the animals, control the cows and whatever animals that he has. But when you take a whip and you have to swing the whip like really fast, and then it makes a pop, a snap sound, a crack sound. And if you have a whip and you make the crack sound, it means pay attention or stop or do this, right? It's a very powerful way to get somebody or something's attention. And if the whip hits you, ooh, it can really be painful. Very, very, very painful, right? And this is, when I hear crackdown, that's what I imagine. So everybody's been really nice and relaxing and sharing passwords. And now Disney says, no, no more password sharing. It's a crackdown. Now, another great usage of crackdown would be the police. And this happened to me a few days ago. I was so angry. So I'm driving and I'm looking for a store, and the Google, the maps told me to make a left turn. So I made a left turn, and evidently between, in the afternoon from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m., there is no left turn. Left turns are illegal, but I made the left turn, and waiting for me was a police car. And he stopped me, and he gave me a ticket. And right after me, there was another guy who he stopped and gave a ticket. So this is a crackdown, right? In that situation, the police were cracking down on people who were illegally making a left turn. But I didn't know, and Google said make a left turn. Anyway, it's a crackdown. That is a crackdown. Does that make sense? I hope so. So the sentence again. Disney Plus plans to follow Netflix with a password sharing crackdown. Disney will begin their crackdown sometime in 2024. So right now it's 2023, so sometime next year, you will not be able to share your password. Disney Plus has 146 million subscribers worldwide. Good Lord. That's a lot of people. I would love to have 100,000 subscribers to the Let's Master English podcast, and it's free, but Disney charges you. I know Disney's 24 hours a day, and Disney's actually really good, and I'm just Coach Shane. I'm nothing. But anyway, 100,000, that'd be nice. So that's the first story. The second story, wildfires are ravaging Maui. Oh, boy. Wildfires. You know what a wildfire is. Could be a forest fire, right? Are ravaging, R-A-V-A-G-I-N-G. And ravaging basically means attacking and destroying. Where? Wildfires are ravaging where? Maui. M-A-U-I. Maui is an island in Hawaii. Yeah. So Hawaii, that's one of America's 50 states out there in the Pacific Ocean. Beautiful state. They have a serious wildfire issue this year, and it's really bad. Wildfires are ravaging Maui. Residents, people who live there, are jumping into the ocean to escape flames. Really? That's scary. The 911 system is down. Oh, my God, that's the emergency system, right? 911. Different countries have different numbers. In your country, what is the emergency number that you can call on your phone? Is it 911? Is it 119? Is it 999? Is it 991? What is it? I'm curious. Anyway, the 911 system is down. Over 14,000 homes and businesses are without power, no electricity, as the fire closes in. And closes in is a phrasal verb, and it means gets closer and closer and closer. Very scary. Yeah. Mother Nature is the most beautiful and the most powerful and the scariest thing on earth, in my opinion. Well, actually, my wife is pretty scary, but Mother Nature. Maybe my wife is the scariest, and then Mother Nature. And finally, speaking of Mother Nature, the third story. The heat index hit 158 degrees yesterday in Iran. That's 70 degrees Celsius in Iran yesterday. Oh my God, how can people survive? That is crazy. That is really, really insane. 70 degrees Celsius outside. My coffee, if it's 70 degrees Celsius, is a little too hot for me. My bath water, 70 degrees, that you would be cooking. Well, not really, because I know 100 degrees Celsius is boiling. I know that. But that's really close. 70 degrees Celsius. That is insane. People are only staying outside for just a few minutes because of the intense, very strong, super powerful heat. There you go. 3 short stories, all current news. So if you're listening to this on August 11th, 2023, this is news now. News. You're getting the fresh news. So I should charge money for the Let's Master English podcast. It's like I'm better than CNN, right? All right, that's it. I'll read the stories once more, then it's on to Country Shane. Disney Plus plans to follow Netflix with a password-sharing crackdown. Disney will begin their crackdown sometime in 2024. Disney Plus has 146 million subscribers worldwide. Wildfires are ravaging Maui. Residents are jumping into the ocean to escape flames. The 911 system is down. Over 14,000 homes and businesses are without power as the fire closes in. And the heat index hit 158 degrees yesterday in Iran. That's 70 degrees Celsius. People are only staying outside for just a few minutes because of the intense heat.
Where education and entertainment come together. Let's master English. Do it.
How you doing, everybody? This is Country Shane, and I'm bringing you the facts. How you doing, everybody? Country Shane here. The hottest temperature ever recorded on Earth was 134 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 56.7 degrees Celsius in Furnace Creek Ranch, Death Valley, California on July 10th, 1913. 134 degrees? Oh my God!
Thank you very much, Country Shane. But you know what? Isn't he wrong? He said the hottest temperature ever recorded on Earth. Country Shane said it was 134 degrees or 56.7 degrees. But in our news story, they said it was 158 degrees or 70 degrees Celsius. Is Country Shane wrong? Dun, dun, dun. No, he's not. Now, these are the actual temperatures, the air temperatures. And if you listen to the news, they didn't say the temperature hit 158 degrees. They said the heat index hit 158 degrees. And that's different. That's right. So what causes the difference? Humidity, the water in the air. And I lived in Las Vegas for a couple years. And when it's like 35 degrees Celsius in Las Vegas, it's actually not that bad. Seriously, especially if you're in the shade, like under a tree. It's hot, but it's not that bad. Now, when it gets up to like 40 degrees Celsius, yeah, then it feels like an oven. It just feels like an oven. But the point is, in Las Vegas, there's like no humidity. There's extremely low humidity, very little water. It's the desert. However, over in Iran, they have high humidity. The humidity is very high. And that, even though the temperature might be, 40 degrees Celsius, because of the humidity in the air, it feels so much hotter. And that measurement is called the heat index. So the temperature is the actual, without humidity, the actual measurement of how hot it is. But the heat index is an actual measurement of how hot it feels. And this is so true, even when the temperatures are not really strong. So you guys know I live in the Northeast, in Vermont, and we don't get that hot. 30 degrees would be really, really, really hot. Today, this afternoon, it was 26 degrees Celsius, okay? And it was horrible because the humidity level was very high. So I walked outside just to get the mail at the mailbox. And I came back inside and I was sweating. It was so terrible because of the humidity level. Now, if I was in Las Vegas, in the desert in Nevada, and it was 30 degrees, I could wear a long sleeve shirt and I would feel fine. Yeah, that humidity level can really change how the temperature feels. So there you go. According to science, the highest ever recorded temperature was 134 degrees Fahrenheit or 56.7 degrees Celsius. And that was in California. But yesterday, the heat index, the hottest place on earth, how did it feel? The heat index, 70 degrees Celsius, 158 degrees Fahrenheit in Iran. Oh my God. Here's a great quick math example for you. If the temperature is 95 degrees Fahrenheit, that would be 35 degrees Celsius, and the humidity is 60%, the heat index, or how hot it actually feels, would be about 115 degrees or 46 degrees Celsius. So how much water in the air? That can really change the situation. Today in history, August 11th, on this date in 1973, at a dance party in New York, hip-hop began. That's right, this is the birth of hip-hop. On this date in 1984, Ray Parker Jr.'s Who You Gonna Call? Ghostbusters. It's number one. Remember that movie? Remember that song? In 1992, the Mall of America opened in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I was there. I was a university student in Minneapolis at the time, and I went to the Mall of America. At the time, it was the biggest, coolest thing. On this date in 1995, all U.S. nuclear tests were banned by President Clinton. And on this date in 2014, Robin Williams, the great comedian, passed away. If you're listening to this in real time, it is August 11th, 2023. It's the 223rd day of the year. There are 142 days remaining until the end of the year. Today is National Panini Day. Do you like panini? Panini. Panini is delicious. It's National Sons and Daughters Day. I don't know why they have a special day for sons and daughters. They already have Kids Day, Children's Day, birthdays, Christmas, Halloween, everything else. But anyway, if you got a son or a daughter, congratulations. I got two boys. They aren't getting anything special today. It's National Raspberry Tart Day. Do you know what a raspberry is? I like the spelling of raspberry because there's a silent letter. The spelling is RASPBERRY, but the P is silent. Never say the P. Never say raspberry. Never. It's always raspberry, like R-A-Z, raspberry. Raspberry is a delicious fruit. A tart, T-A-R-T. Ooh, a delicious dessert. Sounds nice. It's National Presidential Joke Day. It's Play in the Sand Day. When you were a kid, did you like playing in the sand? I loved it. I had little cars and trucks, and I would just go out into the sand and play all day long. It's National Face Mask Day. God, we just finished COVID. Some people are still wearing face masks. I'm going to skip. And of course, remember in the history, it is National Hip Hop Day. The next big holiday in the United States is Labor Day, and that happens in 24 days. After that, we've got Halloween. That's coming up in 81 days. Any famous people celebrating birthdays today, Friday, August 11th? Yeah, Apple founder Steve Wozniak. He's 73 years old today. Happy birthday to him. Congratulations on the amazing company. Do you guys prefer Apple products or Microsoft, Windows type products? Which is your favorite? In China, very famous actress Zhao Wei. It's her birthday today. In Brazil, Gilberto Gil. Oh, legendary singer, songwriter, and guitarist. It's his birthday today. And Mayana Moura. Hopefully my pronunciation is okay. Another Brazilian actress and former model. It is her birthday today, too. If it's your birthday, or maybe it's your anniversary or something special today, from me, happy birthday. All right, before I close out today's pretty short Let's Master English podcast, I want to give some shout outs. I want to say hi to a couple of people that left messages on Spotify. It's easy for me to find. And the very first one is Hannah. Hannah is my VIP member. She's an entrepreneur. She's a mom. She's a wife. And I'm so happy to have her as a student. And she said, it was great. I liked the expression, take a penny, leave a penny. What a great idea. Thank you for always teaching us practical lessons. Thank you very much, Hannah. This next one, it's just numbers. So 12, 16, 80, 66, 670. Ooh, sounds like a secret code. This episode was amazing. I found the Daily Mail news about the Brazilian José Paulino, the oldest man in the world who recently died. Just to let you know, he drank, I don't know how to pronounce this, 𝐂𝐻𝐴CA. Cachaca? I'm guessing. Cachaca. Which is a sugarcane liquor, and it's very popular in the countryside of Brazil. Thank you very much for that extra information. Next up, we have Bia Salis, who gives me a little smiley face with hearts. Thank you. Then we have Rahim. Hello, Coach Shane. Your podcast is an absolute treasure trove of knowledge and entertainment, all in such a fun and engaging way. Learning has never been this enjoyable. Thank you. Wow, that is really nice. Thank you so much. That's very, very kind of you. Fabio. Hello, Shane. I'm from Brazil, and I love your podcast. You are the most energetic teacher on the internet. Thank you so much. Obrigado. Rodrigo, is this Rod Law, another VIP member of mine? Hi, Coach Shane. You're awesome. I'm improving my English listening a lot with your podcast. Probably the Brazilian oldest man. He probably drank a shot of cachaca, a Brazilian alcoholic drink from sugarcane. Yes, I think this is a different Rodrigo. But anyway, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And finally, Mayada Tarabe. I hope my pronunciation was okay. I listen to all podcasts when I'm at work every night, 8 hours. It's very good and useful, and it helps me to increase my listening level. Thank you, Coach Shane. I listen to Easy English Expression, too, all of them. Wow, that is so cool. So you guys know, I'm sure, I have two podcasts, the Easy English Expression, and, of course, this one, Let's Master English. And, yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for listening, and I would love to hear from you, okay? I mean, this is the end of the LME Podcast 98, so what did you think? Did you enjoy the stories? Did you enjoy the fact? Did you enjoy the history stuff? Please send me an email, contact@letsmasterenglish.com. Or if you listen on Spotify, and I think it's free, right? I believe it's free on Spotify. You don't have to pay any money, but it's a great place to leave a comment because I can see it easily. And you can leave a comment on iTunes too. That's wonderful. Thank you so much. But it's really tough for me to read the comments on iTunes because I have to go to, for example, iTunes Spain to see if there are any comments. And then I have to switch and go to iTunes Brazil. And I have to go to all 170 different countries, and that takes forever. So it's really inconvenient. And I wish iTunes is great. I use iTunes, the podcast, but I wish they would fix that for podcast creators like me. Like Spotify. Spotify has it great. So that's why I'm pushing Spotify. It's free. Believe me, I'm getting no money out of that, that's for sure. So anyway, if you like the podcast, please share it with your friends. Leave reviews and tell people. It helps me reach English learners all around the world. And that is it. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Let's Master English podcast. We're coming up on episode 99. What should I talk about? Be sure, by the way, when you email me or leave a comment, Give me your name and tell me your country, and tell me, is there something special that you would like me to talk about? I'd love to know. Thanks a lot, everybody. And together, let's master English.